heading into the postseason.
I think you have to have that mindset as a quarterback in this league if you want to be really successful. You know, you can't go out there scared in the moment. You have to be a little arrogant to go out there in that moment and make the plays that you need to make. And so that's really something I've thought a lot about, and it's something that I try to do.
All right.
This just led us straight into a game of Believe It or Not.
Let's play.
All right? Believe it or not, Joe Burrow is more confident than any other player heading into Super Wildcard Weekend. The most confident player this weekend.
I'll roll right with this. I love Joe Burrow, and I'm going to take you back to after the game that they won last week against the Baltimore Ravens, and I want to show you guys a picture of what Joe Burrow looked like and what he was talking about. Put the picture up right here. This is Joe Burrow strolling in. You see the shades on. Look how high that turtleneck is. It's almost choking him. Like, that's a man of confidence. In the postgame, he was asked, hey, like, you guys, your Super Bowl window is closing. His response this week was, my Super Bowl window is my career. Doesn't want to hear about a Super Bowl window once I get paid, the roster changes, and all that other nonsense. For Joe Burrow, this guy, we called him, is a robot. He goes out there and he finds a way to get it done. And if I'm Joe Burrow, of course I'm going to be that confident. I have Jamar Chase on one side, T. Higgins on the other, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon behind me in the backfield. He has every reason to be. And Joe Burrow, the little curl coming, the shades on, turtleneck, all the confidence in the world. I'm rolling with Joe.
You're trying to channel it there. You need like another inch or two on that thing.
I'm trying to get that type of confidence.
You're not that far off.
No, you're not.
Well, that makes me feel great.
It looks like
I'm channeling my Burrow. I'm doing it.
Good.
You just did a single curl.
I was with you, and then I don't know if that was like...
Well, Joe Burrow's, if you took that thing off, like you could go swimming in it. Like that was like a jacuzzi. That was huge. Mike, you go with turtleneck sometimes, no?
No, it makes me look like an actual turtle. You gotta have hair if you wear a turtleneck.
You don't need hair.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well.
Oh, no.
Respond to that. Don't look at me. That's not what I mean. Don't look at me. Look over there. Respond to that. Why are you looking at me? Jamie asked you a question. Mike's looking at me saying, help.
Jamie did ask me a question. Who's the most confident player heading into Super Bowl weekend? I'm going to say Christian McCaffrey and pretend like the last 15 seconds or so never even happened.
Christian McCaffrey would not look good bald either.
You can put, well.
But Debo would.
Here we go. The you can pull it off tactic.
But Christian McCaffrey, who's playing motivated because of his Pro Bowl snub, which I believe was George Kittle, who says, I hope he plays pissed off the rest of the year. Incredible. 10-0 as the 49ers starting quarterback. In those 10 games, 1,148 scrimmage yards and 10 scrimmage touchdowns. It's amazing how quickly he just got in there and acclimated himself to Kyle Shanahan and that offense and the way that he's playing. Uber confident, but I guess nobody more confident than Jason McCourty with his fashion shows this morning.
I think Jason went with the turtleneck just for 7B. That was it. He committed to it.
Me and Burrow.
When are you going to start putting on weight? Like, you look so good. You've been away from the game now. You're supposed to gain weight.
I'm losing weight.
Screw you. Why?
I want to put, I don't know. I'm not eating. I'm up at 5 in the morning. I'm tired all day. Like,
I did make a faux pas in the hallway the other day.
You did.
I said, like, have you lost weight? Which, like, in any other social dynamic with a female is a compliment, or with Kyle, apparently.
Hell yeah.
And I walked past you, and I was like, I don't think I was supposed to ask him
you
that.
were basically like, yeah, you need to get back in the weight room.
No.
That's how I took it.
You lost muscle mass? That's the insult right there. No, don't answer it. You have not. The turtleneck looks great. You don't look like a turtle. The most confident guy heading into Super Wildcard Weekend, how about the guy that invented confidence? How about the guy that invented football arrogance in and of itself? Tom Brady. I mean... And I'm not saying let's look at this Buccaneers team and be confident in it. I mean, they just showed us 17 games worth of not being confident. I'm thinking, this is what I think. Blind confidence and faith in himself is, I swear to God, must be the only thing keeping Tom Brady afloat right now. That's the only thing I can come up with. This season has been such a challenge for this guy. They still win the division. The games that they have won, they limp into the win. The hugs we have seen with the coaches and the coordinators and the owners and the management in Tampa Bay have been therapeutic. It's been unbelievable to watch. I'm thinking that Tom Brady has to be the most confident guy going in, not because of his team, but it's the only thing keeping that man afloat right now, because he is Mr. Confident. That's where we got this from. That's probably where Joe Burrow was like, what does Tom Brady do to be so successful? Oh, he's just confident in what he does. I'll buy into that.
Bucks lose this weekend. He can't possibly retire after losing to Dak Prescott.
Kyle.
Like McCarthy can. There's no way. There's no way he would.
I have confidence that we will talk about that in the offseason.
We will too.
100%.
Tom Brady's lost 3 Super Bowls. Joe Burrow has lost 17 starts in his career. The most confident guy who's never lost 1. I think it's Brock Purdy. I really do. What the hell? This is the NFL? It's supposed to be hard? I thought you lose occasionally. I thought you played terrible games occasionally. You say quarterback is so difficult. It's the hardest position to play in the hardest sport. Not really. This is the natural. I feel like we're looking at Ken Griffey Jr., a young Seattle, like he's on the cover of SI as the natural. When's Brock Purdy going to throw up spaghetti? Is this ever going to happen? Because he's going against the Seahawks this weekend, and like he's a divisional opponent. He's got his friends around him. Can you imagine if you just showed up and you just started winning and winning and winning, and you're just like, get to the red zone, look for Kittle, hand it to Debo, hand it to McCaffrey. This is pro football. Is there a higher league I can go to? Brock Purdy must be like the most confident dude in the world right now. I love McCaffrey too. I don't think he's the most confident guy in his own huddle. I'm going with Brock Purdy, who's just going to show up, probably win his first playoff game by 19 points and be like, guys, when is the challenge coming? I just won my first playoff game.
Harder league?
Yeah. Like, can I forego the rest of my NFL eligibility to declare myself for the Hall of Fame? I don't know. Is there a secret game, Jason, the players playing that I don't know about, like a Rooker Park? That's where Brock Purdy needs to go. He's already mastered the game, so he's confident.
Oh, my God. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
let's pivot to that Cowboys-Bucks game. That game Monday night will cap off wild card round number 1. Yesterday, Mike Evans was asked about the challenges the Cowboys defensive backs pose, and here's what he had to say.
I mean, they're down at corner. They got 2 guys injured. There were some solid players. The backup is solid. We're watching more film on him. 26. He's made some plays, but you know, when we're healthy, it doesn't matter who the DBs are. So hopefully we get a lot of cover 1. You know, I love that.
It's a great shirt, too. Pennies to millions. Mike Evans doesn't seem too concerned with the Cowboys' defense. Tampa is currently home underdogs against Dallas. Believe it or not, the Cowboys should be favorites to win in Tampa on Monday night.
Oh, I believe it. And I know you're going to say, did you see the Cowboys the other day? One of the worst things you can do when you start to look at who should be the favorite is like this recency bias of the last thing that you remember in your
So
life.
you're a burn the tapes kind of guy.
It's just not the way that this stuff kind of works. So I've been watching this Buccaneers team for the entire season, and I don't care necessarily that it's Tom Brady and all these names. You cover up the names and you watch the production, and I'm sorry, I'm destroying what Jamie just said a couple of minutes ago. That's fine. I've now insulted half of the table. I'm coming for you, big boy. I'm going to come get you. But the way that they've gotten off to slow starts the entire season and then have had to bail themselves out in the end, if they do that against this Cowboys team, I think the Cowboys are going to play much better than they did the other day, build a huge lead, maybe reminiscent of last year's playoff game where the Buccaneers eventually did dig out, but then at the end the Rams made a play.
This is interesting. It's supposed to be just lambs to the slaughter. Everyone's ready for Mike McCarthy to lose and the Cowboys to blow it again. And
if they come out the way that they did the other day, I'd be absolutely floored.
Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys are going to play like they did against the Commanders. But at the same time, don't go against the GOAT. Like, no, Tom Brady is there. I don't care. Yes, I know. The Buccaneers have not been great. Tom Brady has played well this season. The last time we saw them in a game, I'm not counting this last one versus Atlanta, not playing for anything, but he found Mike Evans. He rekindled that fire, 200 yards. Last image we have is Mike Evans just rolling down the sideline. I am rolling with Tom Brady. Fourth quarter heroics, finds a way to get it done. Kyle, you just said there's no way Brady could possibly end this season losing to Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. Tampa should be favored.
Yeah, it sounds like Mike Evans is salivating the way he just described that Cowboys secondary. And I'm sorry, but Mike, the Cowboys have done nothing. The turtleneck has spoken. The Cowboys have done nothing to show us over the last couple weeks that we should forget what they have shown us. Because it wasn't just about last week. What about the last month? What about, like, the Cowboys have shown us time and time again. The Buccaneers kind of have shown us, but like in a way that they're just winning. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. The Cowboys, they figure it out, and then they let it. They figure it out, and then it comes back down. What team are we going to get on Monday night? I kind of know who we're going to get from Buccaneers, and frankly, it's been enough to win enough all season long.
Well, I agree with Mike in the sense that, like, we're kind of just looking at the Bucs and we're like, well, Brady. The Bucs are like the Packers if the Packers have gotten in. Yep. Like, we're just like, Rodgers, but they never had it. They've never been good. They've never just been like, we figured it out. They just kind of snuck in at sub 500 because they were in the worst division. I don't care who's favored in this game. I don't give a damn if it's the Cowboys minus 30 or plus 70. They better win this game. This is a Monday night game.
Yes.
Can you imagine Tuesday morning if the Cowboys lose 31-13? Like what this stratosphere is going to be like? It's just mushroom clouds everywhere. So I hope the Cowboys show up. It's much more interesting if they win, but I'm not really expecting it.